Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for clicking on today's video. If you have been following along, this is part 2 of your guide into romance books. And if you haven't seen part 1 of this, I will link it down below so you can see that and then this, or you can just go ahead and watch this one and then watch that one later. That's completely fine. They're not in order. If you are here from my last video, you know, we left off in Miss Elsie Silver's Chestnut Spring series, which is a cowboy, small town romance type style. It's a bull rider, all the good stuff right in that one. That series is more of an open door romance where it does have a lot of spice in it. And so in this video, I'm going to continue on. Yes, majority of them are open door romance. So if you are okay with that, please stick around and let's go ahead and get started. To start off, I wanted to go ahead and start with Ana Huang, who is an incredible author who writes these insane storylines. And I grew up watching telenovelas and I love dramatic scenes. I love dramatic stories, and she definitely gave that. Now in this Twisted series, it does have a bit of controversy because it is like a morally gray type character. And if you don't know what morally gray means, it means that they do bad things for the right reason. I hope that makes sense. If not, I'm so sorry. There are these group of girls and they are best friends from college, best friends till now. And this is basically each one of their love stories. And it starts off with Alex and Ava, I think is her name. It's been a really long time since I've read this. So we start off with Alex and Ava, and this one is pretty good. So this is more of like a dark romance. I would say it's like a dark romance or like intro to dark romance because Alex is a bit of a gray character and Ava is like this sweet innocent girl. So that's what we have there. And then in book 2 we have Ava's best friend Bridget, who carries a secret, and they end up finding out. To compare it to something, it kind of reminds me like of the Princess Diaries, but kind of more rated R version. And it's her and her bodyguard, and her bodyguard, this one I'd have to say is my favorite one out of the series. Everything about it is just chef's kiss. Then we move on to book 3, which is, and actually Ava's brother. Now this is their love story, and it's kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little boring and hard to get into for me, so I ended up just DNFing it. But I've heard a lot of people love that book, so that's what I'm saying. You should try it out for yourself because maybe we won't have the same taste all the time, and that's okay. That is completely okay. Then we move on to the last one, and the last one is called Twisted Lies. Now this one is the last friend in the group who is having a love story in between their love stories. I hope I'm explaining that correctly. But I absolutely love this one. Actually, you know what? I'm in between this one and Twisted Games because both of these had such a good story. Yeah, so we have Stella in this one and Christian is a very, very morally gray character. Like, I'm talking, I don't even know if he's gray. I think he might like be actually bad. So it's kind of like pretty cool because you're kind of falling into like the whole bad boy phase and stuff like that because he's not a good guy. Honestly, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put him there. So this is like, you know, Stella, she is an influencer. She's big on social media, and she's just the it girl. And he is immediately obsessed with her because who wouldn't be? She's absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous. Everybody wants her, including her stalker. Yeah. So in this story, she has a stalker. And Christian is like CIA, but like on steroids. I don't understand what his job was. Even after this book, I just know that what he could do is insane. And so he's over here trying to protect her while secretly wanting to get closer to her. So just the buildup on this one is just so nice. The whole cat and mouse thing between this is so nice because sometimes he'll be the cat, she'll be the mouse, and sometimes she'll be the cat, he'll be the mouse. So that was really fun to read. I honestly loved this one. And I think I'm biased too because I love butterflies, and he calls her Butterfly for her cute little nickname. I'm dead. Yeah. So I would definitely give Miss Ana Huang a try. And the great thing about this series is if you loved this world, she continues it. So she ends up continuing it with the King of Sin series. So this one is still happening. She's still publishing it, still has yet to complete it. And this is a continuation from that world. It's not the same characters, but they are linked together. Like you will see Christian jump into this one, and then eventually you'll see some of these characters kind of, you remember them from that series where they just made like a small little cameo. You would have not had any idea who they were until you read their story. And this is actually really insane. The first one that we have is King of Wrath. Now this one is very popular because it's really good. This one is really, really good. This one we have Dante Russo, and then we have Vivian, who are doing like a little fake marriage type thing to benefit their families because they're of money and all that stuff like that. So we continue on to this world because this is Dante's story, and then these are all his friends, or like kind of like his circle, kind of like how Ava's friends group Finding Love. Now this is Dante and his friends. So that was like really good. My favorite one personally so far is King of Greed. I might be biased because, again, I am obsessed with a female main character that is Latina, and Alessandra is just that. But I love that they incorporate her language into the story, and her nickname is just so freaking cute. And this one is just honestly more realistic as far as relationships go and marriages, and it's just really nice. And this was such a good book to read and get into this world. So this one was my favorite one out of the series after King of Wrath. Staying in that, I call it the he has money trope, because I forgot to mention that majority of those characters come from money, and talking old money, deeply rooted. I'm talking, yes. So staying in that he has money trope, I'm gonna give you, really excited for this one because this is the series that started it for me for the open door romance and kind of having lighthearted romances and stuff like that. So that was really, really fun. They're obviously predictable. I will say that. They are predictable, but that's kind of, I find comfort in that. Lottie and Huxley. Lottie is my all-time favorite female main character. She is insane. She is hilarious. I love her. I wish I was her. I'm obsessed with her. So we meet Lottie, and Lottie's just your average woman after college, got fired from her job. Her ex-boyfriend left her for her boss and blah, blah, blah. And she kind of casually jokes with her sister and saying like, I'm just gonna go run around the rich neighborhood and see if I can find myself a sugar daddy. And she says that joking around, but then she actually ends up doing it. She's kind of spiraling a little bit. She has student loans to pay, she has bills to pay, she wants to leave her parents' house, like everything, this, that, and the third, led her to actually put on her best leggings and go run around the neighborhood. And this happens to be Huxley's neighborhood, like a crazy meet cute, or so he thinks. And he's in a predicament, she's in a predicament, and they decide to help each other out. And they are aware of what they're doing, so that was a nice little bonus for them. That's why it's called a not so meet cute. How freaking cute is that? But yeah, so they end up doing like the whole fake dating trope. It's really hilarious. They're both just so funny. And the thing I love about Megan Quinn is that she's just such a feel-good author. Like every time you open her books and read them, you're gonna be laughing. Like I'm talking literally laughing. So beware when you read this in public. And the cool thing is, so we meet Huxley, and then we have his brothers. We have JP and we have Breaker. These three are completely different tropes, all of them. That's what kind of makes it so much fun, is that here we have the fake dating trope, they're helping each other out, and they end up falling in love. We already know that, that's predictable. Then here we have the annoying cocky brother with Lottie's sister, who is more of a no-nonsense type of girl and very, you know, type A type of girl. But they work together because Huxley ended up hiring Kelsey to help him in his business. So now they are business partners and they have to go to San Francisco. JP allegedly did this on purpose so that he can spend more time with Kelsey. He is obsessed with her. Super cute. Then we have the best friends romance. Now I love this one. I thought this is so cute. It's Breaker and his best friend Leah. They have been best friends since college, and it's been decades and decades that they've been best friends, and they've never ever saw it as a romantic relationship until Leah starts dating somebody, and this certain somebody does not want Breaker to be a part of her life. And that's a big no for him. And then that's when, you know, all the feelings start coming along. Then you realize that's the love of your life. You realize you can't live without her. You can't breathe without her. But what are you going to do? That's your best friend, and you don't want to lose her. You don't want to lose her if you open up your mouth and tell her that you love her. You don't want to scare her, and then you guys never ever see each other again. What to do, what to do. I'm telling you. Read it. So keeping it on the open door romance books, we are moving on to a little sporty spice. I wanted to recommend Say You Swear. Say You Swear is one of the cutest books I've ever read, and I'm obsessed with the male main character. I had my friends read it and we all agree he's just husband. We all belong to Noah Riley. I already read this book twice, and again, I'm obsessed with it. I had to read it again because I had read it I think 2 years ago, maybe 3, and one of my really good friends decided she wanted to read it too because she came out with a new cover for it, and immediately I was like, yes, I will reread this book with you if you read it. And she was so down, and our other friend joined, and it was just beautiful because it was so fun getting their thoughts and hearing how much they love Noah Riley just as much as I do. Now this one is a little bit different. It is a like college romance type style. We have a girl and her group of brothers with her best friend, and they are spending their last summer in their beach house before they go to college. And her brother and his friends are football players, and they play football for this university. So they're having a blast and all that stuff like that. But like the annoying brother that he is extremely overprotective. So she is in love with his best friend. Now his best friend doesn't want to do anything about it and treats her just like a little sister, so that drives her insane. But she's loved him basically since the moment she met him. But because he is best friends with her brother, he is hands off, and so is she. So this summer she figures it's different. They're going to college, or she wants to be a little bit more bold coming into college. But a little twist happens, and another character kind of comes into the mix, and now she finds herself confused. Now the captain of the football team finds interest in her, and that kind of comes with a little bit of drama with her brother and then the best friend, because all of a sudden he has feelings and now they want to come out. So here we have the brothers best friend trope. We have the triangle love trope, literally obsessed with this, and then it has a big old twist in the middle. It's insane. It's awesome. I loved it. I recommend it 1000%. Staying on that sporty spice genre, I wanted to go ahead and add the Off-Campus series by Miss L. Kennedy. Now this is a hockey college romance series that follow a group of hockey players and their experience and journey into finding love, and it's actually pretty cool, really insane. I didn't get this kind of college experience, so it's really nice reliving it through the books and seeing, you know, how fun it would have been and all that. So I also love reading college romances just because I feel like I missed out, and then getting into those books, I don't know, I feel like I didn't miss out at the same time, so that's pretty cool. So we start off with this one. Now this is The Deal. This one is Hannah Wells and Garrett Graham. Garrett Graham is the captain of the hockey team in college, and then she is just your typical average girl. He needs a tutor, she's willing to tutor. It's really cool seeing their relationship grow and seeing how they become friends and just seeing souls connect, and I think that was like super fun. Now the great thing about this series, they are making like a live adaptation of this series, so I definitely recommend you reading this series before it comes out. You have some time, but don't lag, you know what I mean? Staying in the sporty spice genre, we have another hockey team, and this is the Maple Hill series by Hannah Grace. And we start off with the captain of the hockey team, who is Nate, and Nate meets Anastasia, and Anastasia is part of the ice skating team in their university, and Anastasia is a hardcore type A, and Nate is more of a chillax, super sassy boy, and they end up meeting. They need to share a ring, and sharing a ring with hockey boys and figure skaters doesn't work out well. So it's really interesting to see how this plays out, and it's got a bit of a twist in it, so I really liked it. We continue on with another hockey boy, and now this one we meet Russ, and Russ is a complete golden retriever energy type of boy. He is the sweetest, most cutest thing in the world. And we meet the Queen of Chaos, which is Aurora Roberts, and it's super cute because her name reminds me of Barbie, and she kind of looks like Barbie, and this is more of like a Barbie gone wild, if you'll say. And she's a rich kid with absent parents, so, and huge daddy issues, same with him. So it's really cool to see these two worlds collide. Then we have Daydream. Now we have Henry. Henry is one of the hockey boys, and actually was my favorite character in every single cameo that he appeared in the previous two books. So I was really excited to hear he got his own book. I loved Henry the most because I relate to him the most, and this book just helped me learn so much about myself, but also how I am to others, so that was really nice to see. And then we meet Hallie, Hallie is this complete book nerd, Taylor Swift loving woman, and she is the sweetest, most understanding thing ever. So I think these two just made the perfect match, and their love story was just so beautiful. I recommend it 1000%. Which, by the way, if you are a huge Swiftie or you love Taylor Swift, I've heard that this series relates to it a lot. I know Hannah Grace is a huge fan of Taylor Swift, so I know she incorporates a lot of her music and a lot of her stories in her music inside these books. So I think if you are a huge Swiftie, this series, I think you'll love. So we're gonna go ahead and pause there. I don't want to overwhelm you again. I know that was a little bit more books than I did in the last video. Let me know if that's okay. Let me know if you're down for more. For part 3, I will be adding the romantasy genre into the mix. I know that romance books that have fantasy in it can be a little bit intimidating, can be hard to get into because of the world building and just so much word playing in that one. So I felt the exact same way. I'm gonna recommend the books that I felt were a really good introduction into the romantasy genre. If these books helped you out, if you ended up picking any of the books from the first video, please let me know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I love talking about books. If you don't follow me on Bookstagram, I will have it right here, but I will also link it down below, as well as part 1 of this video. So yeah, until next time, bye guys.